Hey guys, happy Saturday! That came out really cheerful. I'm sorry. But yeah, so happy Saturday evening. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Lots of food and lots to be thankful for. I don't have an entertaining anecdote to start with like last time. No slapping of people by accident. And yeah, I probably tripped a few people yesterday, but that's nothing new. Nothing comical came of it, so nothing, as I said, interesting. So I guess I'll just jump right in. So in the previous video, I spent a really long time talking about my trials with my math class and, just all the crap that I've gone through that's math related. And I'm so sorry that I made you guys watch all of that. I don't like doing math or hearing about math, so I don't know why I thought that my internet friends would. But I realized that I didn't actually, there are things that I have to follow up on from previous videos, and I have to update you guys on things as well. So I guess I'll get to that. Let's start with NaNoWriMo. So this is November. It's NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. The goal is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. I have been doing very poorly on that. I think I only have about 6,000 words. I wrote more than that last year. And there's like 3 days left until the month is over, so I'm not heading to 50K. Which kind of makes me disappointed because I was very adamant that I'd get that, but I don't know why I thought that would be the case, considering I've had so much work this semester, which I've definitely rambled about in previous videos, but just in case you guys haven't seen or you've forgotten, I've literally had hundreds of pages every week to read, and it's been insane. I love reading, but I've just barely been keeping up with the readings. I actually had to, I'm not allowed to read anything until winter break, because I just don't have the time. And it also doesn't help that I procrastinate, so I have even less time. I don't help myself with my procrastination. I realize this, I know. Like, making this video is procrastinating on the paper that I have that's due Monday, but I actually have started that, which I'm proud of myself for, so yeah. Alright, but anyway, so I only have about I only have about 6,000 words, and I've just given up. However, I do still hope to have my manuscript finished by the end of the year. That's still a goal, or at the very least, early January. I've amended that to early January because I'll have winter break, so I can really, throw my all into it. NaNoWriMo should have been during January, because I have 3 whole weeks to just write and lay around and do nothing. Well, excluding writing. Yeah. But so I'm working on that story on Wattpad. I've posted some chapters. I've not updated any of what I've written for Nano yet. I think I'm going to do that in December, but I will put a link to that along with my blog and my Twitter handle as usual. Okay, so job. I think it was in part 2 of episode 31 that I told you guys that I was called about an interview, and it was really super awkward. Just to recap slightly, I was laying in bed at 7:30, 8 p.m. Yes, I was laying in bed so early. I'm a college student, we're lazy, right? And I'm watching Buffy, and it's not loud, but it's close to my face, so, if someone calls me, it seems a lot louder, and it's in the middle of a fight scene. And this person just calls, and they're like, hi, is this Lily? And I was just like, oh, crap, this sounds professional. I was like, yes, this is, and I'm just, scrambling to turn it down, and then my iPad hits the ground, and it's just a lot's going on. And I also, I felt like I sounded like I was lying down, so it was awkward. But, she was like, do you know? And she named a friend of mine, and I was like, yeah, we went to high school together, and my friend had actually recommended me for the job, and she told me that it'd have to do with selling things or whatever, selling products to customers or talking to customers, but I didn't really know much about it beyond that. So, so that happened on Tuesday, and then that Friday, I went in for an interview. So I learned that it was selling cutlery, yes, knives. Your reaction is probably the exact same way I reacted, like, oh, that's different, okay. But my manager, she did a really good job of selling the job. She seems very impassioned about her knives. And, so I started to get pretty excited too. Like, I told a few of my friends, like, oh my gosh, yay. It's my first real job, not an internship. And I was really excited to be doing something different. Like, yes, I am applying for a few publishing internships next semester. And I did apply to volunteer at a crisis center, but those are related to my interests. Like, this is sales. I've never thought about doing anything sales related. Well, I feel like everyone thinks about retail jobs, but that doesn't seem the most accessible for me. This was in high school. I was thinking about like things to do, ways to make extra money, but I had internships and stuff like that. So, but I feel like everyone ponders retail until they hear the horror stories. But so I had an interview. First it was one-on-one, and then it was a group interview wherein the manager demonstrated the product. She went through what would be a typical demo for us. So the purpose of our job is, again, to sell cutlery. So we'd travel to people's homes and we'd demonstrate the product, and we had a manual to read from. We start with people that we know so we can get comfortable with the demonstrations, and then we get recommendations from those people. And we're only allowed to work with people whom we've been recommended to. And you check in with your manager before and after, and yeah. So my first 3 demos I did were with my mom, my sister, and my friend's mom. So the first one was my mom. Was very it was interesting. Like, she kept on joking, and my sister would walk into the kitchen and joke around, and it slowly got better as the time went on, like as I then went to my sister and then to my friend's mom. But I wasn't very enthusiastic. Like, it was cool and it was different, but I'm not a salesperson, I realized. But it was also really nice having, sold to everyone. So I hit my first promotion. I sold over $1,000 in products that day to the 3 of them. And, so that was a really cool feeling. But I was just like, I was kind of bored with this. And then it also didn't help. It might not have helped, though, that I was getting sick that weekend. Like, the Saturday night, I had a fever, I was shivering, and then I was sick for the next week. And I guess I'm better now. It's been 2-3 weeks now. I went to an urgent care, and they didn't actually tell me much. And then I saw my actual doctor, my regular doctor, last week, and was given some antibiotics, and I feel a lot better. So I'm gonna assume that I'm better. But yeah, so I only did those 3 demos, and I didn't get to continue working. And then, I've already had so much work to do. Now, what's nice about this job is that since I'm scheduling appointments with people, I get to, work around my own schedule, but I've had so much to do. So I don't know why I thought that this would be a good idea. So I spoke with my manager, and I told her that, I didn't think I could continue working with them because I just had so much, and my professors were just adding on more because it was we're nearing the end of the semester, and then finals are coming up. Yeah. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, and also, so, you can argue that I could get homework done on my way to the appointments, but the thing is, being visually impaired, I need more time so that I can find the place, if maps or series being strange, I have to ask for directions. Now, if I have an idea of where I'm going, then, I'd get there on time, and I usually try to check maps, or I'll ask my sister to help me out. Sorry, I'm sweating. I usually don't have that big light on. I only ever have it on for these videos. I like the dark. My eyes are light sensitive. Okay, anyway, sorry, tangent. But yeah, so it takes me, you know, a little bit longer, and then it's getting colder. I was sick, just a lot going on. And so she called me into the office. I brought all of my my equipment, so my bag of knives and such. And, you know, she was talking about time management. She was telling me how, you know, she started during finals week, and, you know, she felt like that was the perfect time for her. But honestly, I was just like overwhelmed. I was just like, ugh. So I told her that I'm considering returning in winter, well, I told her that I will return in winter, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see how that goes. I'm going to let you guys know about that, because I'll actually have time, although it's going to be interesting, considering I'm also going to Georgia for winter break, or England, if my aunt and I can, like, work out our schedules and stuff. But yeah, that was, I guess, really it. So Nano, I did not write as much as I did last year, and I'm not necessarily disappointed, because I think I did put, you know, quite a bit of effort into it, and I went to the write-ins, and the people there are all, you know, really nice. What I appreciate is, you know, when people ask me questions, like someone asked me how I was using my laptop, because it was in front of my face, so it looked as though I was looking at the screen, but I wasn't, you know, they wanted to ask. So, you know, I was like, well, I use VoiceOver, I have my headphones in, and I really appreciate when people ask, and I feel like it helps a lot when you have something common, you know, to spark conversation, like we talk about our word count and morph into the most random things. So it's really cool. Like, I love the atmosphere of Nano, and just going to the write-ins and stuff like that. One thing that sucks, though, is being 20, and they have a few write-ins that are like 21 and up. But next year I will be there. But yeah, so Nano, only about 5,000 words. I'll put a link to the story in progress in the description. And my job is currently on hold. I'll get back to you guys on that one. School, though, you know, it's going. I think I'm doing well in all of my classes, although, like, I feel like there are I have some half-finished books that I just had to, like, either skim through or ask my friends about, because it's been such a struggle to keep up with everything. But I'm really trying to get my time management together. Like, last week I returned to my blog, so I haven't blogged for this week yet. I probably do it tomorrow. But, you know, I actually haven't forgotten, and I have a few ideas. And for vlogging, it's always easy for me to just, like, get in front of the camera and start rambling. So, yeah, I guess that's all. Have a great weekend, guys.